didn't actually sleep very well. We didn't sleep very well. Wow, very, very, very humid here in the Philippines at the moment, but stormy nights, it's starting to rain. We've got the lovely rainy season coming and moving on, you know. So before I actually start, please like and subscribe. Please become a channel member. Please make a comment, whether it's a good one or a bad one. Lee, actually, I did a stream, I think it was Friday, guys, last live stream I did. And, like I said, I do apologise. What happened was brownout. I don't know how to call it brownout, more like blackout. So we had a blackout. We've got one joining us. So good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are actually here in the Philippines, and I myself am actually from the UK, England. Right, so we didn't sleep very well whatsoever. Very, very hot here.
How many times brown out?
Yeah, actually 3 times. Last night, 3 times we had brownout, guys. So, just a moment.
We don't have a good sleep.
No, we don't have good sleep. Right. So let me just read. So we don't have good sleep. Yeah, so we have a comment, so I will actually address the comment. And it says, I can actually read it from here. You feel about having to leave your girlfriend and I've never... Right, so how do you feel about leaving your girlfriend? And actually, I've never actually chatted about it. Well, guys, if you don't make the comments, I probably won't chat about it. Because, as you know, we have actually got a private life as well as a YouTube life. But a YouTuber, to be honest, it's a lot harder than you think. So we have actually, a lot of his life is actually online. So how do I feel about leaving my girlfriend? Well, yeah, I've had many, many hardships before, but I've always managed to rise above the hardship, and life's life, and things don't always work out as we think they do. But, like you guys out there, you just work towards your goals and you will achieve the goal more or less sooner or later. And at the moment it's probably later for some of us, and that's just life. So, we're actually talking about that, to be honest. Funnily enough, that's really funny you made that comment, because we were just talking about that about half an hour ago, and it was a little bit of an argument, when I actually go back to the UK. Jovelyn were actually saying, what will I do? Where will I go? I'll be alone. So she'll be alone. So Jovelyn will be here alone. She might have the 2 dogs with her, but she'll be alone. So what will she do? She's got no job. She's got no money. She's actually a YouTuber, guys, but she's below 500 subscribers. So you can actually help Jovelyn if you wish by subscribing to her YouTube channel. So we've just had a good chat about that, and oh, she's just talking to someone. So we tried to think, when I'm in England, I might be gone 1 year, 2 year. Will I come back to the Philippines? Don't know, honestly don't know. Maybe I will come back to the Philippines, maybe not. Don't know, honestly don't know. And I'm not a liar, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to lie. Okay, life is life, right? And To a degree, I'll tell the truth. I won't lie. I won't lie and say, oh yes, I'm coming back, I'll be back. And then I never come back. I will actually tell the truth as I actually see the truth. Be a man. Right, so be a man. Tell the truth to the girl. So as it is, I tried to work it out. And I said, Jovelyn actually said yesterday, because we've actually been chatting about this topic for quite a while. When I go back to England, what will Jovelyn do? So we actually thought, well, if push comes to shove, maybe Jovelyn can rent a room somewhere in Mercia. Now, if she rented a room in Mercia, it'd be cheap, but not so cheap. It's still money. Then she needs money to live. And renting a room off someone, you're actually renting a room in someone's house. And if you've ever rented a room, guys, off someone, or you've actually lived with your sister, you've lived with your brothers, you've lived with your family, there's 5 on you, there's 10 on you, and then one stranger comes and there's 5 there, there's one stranger renting a room. It can be quite difficult. I know this, it can be very difficult. You can be a nice guy, you can be a nice girl, guy, and if you've got 5, you only need 2 of those what's got a big mouth, what run a mouth, and it can be quite difficult for you to actually rent that room. Unless you can actually rent a room off someone and the person in that room are quite nice, the person in that house are quite nice people. But if it comes to renting a room, that's what Jovelyn's got to do. She has to rent a room, and hopefully the price is very, very low. Yeah, thank you very much. Best wishes, take care. So, thanks for the great comment. Really good comments. So, that's it. With Jovelyn, what will she do? So, let me just chat about me for one minute or two. When I actually go back to England, right, I go back to England, got no job, got nowhere to live. So now we talk about Jovelyn. So when Jovelyn actually have gone, she's here, right, if we've still got the dogs, or the dogs have gone to a good home, right, the dogs are in season now, so we have to watch the dogs. So that's a problem, where will Jovelyn go? She can't really go to her mama's, so Jovelyn does not really have a family she can go to, right? She doesn't have a family she can really go to. Very difficult for Jovelyn, so it's going to be very difficult for Jovelyn. Very complicated, right? So as far as I can think, guys, to be honest, like I said, we have to grow a pair of balls. You have to tell the truth, not lie to a girl. Don't come on, listen, don't come on, my opinion, don't go onto a dating site, don't go onto Facebook, don't chat to a girl here in the Philippines and lie to the girl. Same with the girl here in the Philippines, don't lie to a foreigner, right? If you lie to a foreigner, it will never happen. The relationship will go. And if the foreigner lies to the Filipina, the relationship won't work. The relationship will not work on lies. One day you'll get caught out, just won't work. And it's a bad relationship. So, like I said, to be honest, I actually grow a pair of rocks and I actually tell it as it is. So Jovelyn knows. Hopefully I've got a little money left over, right, when I actually decide to go to England in a couple of months' time, and we can actually rent a house. Not me, Jovelyn can rent an house very, very cheaply, or she can rent a room cheap. But
always still help me.
In other words, I'll still help. So when I'm in England, right, I have actually got, when I get to England, I've got to think now, right, I'm in England now, what happens to Joveline? And if the rents, say Joveline gets a property for 4,000 pesos a month. So now I've got to think, right, I need 4,000 pesos a month. So I have to get that 4,000 pesos a month to send to Joveline, right? Now, I don't have to do that. I can go back to England and think, well, forget Joveline. I'll not send her any money. Some people will actually do that, and some people will just move on. So, for me, I have to think, right, I've got to get the money. So I have to send every month 4,000 pesos, whatever the rent is. So I have to help Joveline. And we actually did chat about this as well. And I chatted about this about an hour ago, funnily enough. And what I actually said to Joveline was, why don't you go abroad for 1 year and work? I'm in England for a year or two, and you can go to Hong Kong, Dubai, wherever, Doha, Qatar. You can work for a year and I can work for a year. Then we can both come back to the Philippines and we both have the money. But if Joveline cannot actually work, cannot find a job, and she cannot move, Dubai, Hong Kong, wherever, well, it's down to me to send the money, right? So I have to find the money. But when I'm in England, right, once I get back to England, I have to get motivated. She needs that money, so I have to send that money. So as well as me going back to England, I'm going to have quite some big problems in England. Whether I have problems or not, somewhere to live, finding a job, I've got to send the money to Joveline. So we actually chatted about this tonight. So I hope that's actually answered a little of your question. And then there's another way. We actually chatted about another way. While I'm actually in England, working in England, Joveline rents an house and then she finds a property, she finds a piece of land, right? This is going to be in a year or two. This could be 2 years. It could be 2 years away. If she can find a little bit of land cheap, and then when I actually come back to the Philippines, then we can start to build an house. But that's going to be in about 2 years' time. So, meantime, when I'm in England, it's just down to me to actually send Joveline the money. And hopefully Joveline's YouTube channel goes up and she actually earns a little income. But I'm a YouTuber and I know for a fact it's a long, long way up that YouTube ladder. Very hard work up that YouTube ladder. And then when you get onto being monetized, which I nearly am, and then you start to earn an income, it's going to be at least 2 years before at least a year or two. So that's not a good option for Joveline to rely on her YouTube. So it's down to Joveline to rely on me. And all I can really say, guys, is it's down for me to send the money and Joveline have to rent a room. Or, when I come back to the Philippines, buy a piece of land in a year or two and then have an house built. But as it is now, reality, we are thinking about this now. What will Joveline do? So, if anyone has any good ideas, please make a comment. Please contact us on Facebook Messenger, Paul Reg Bruce. So you can actually chat to us on channel, or you can actually send us a message. But I think that's about all I can actually do, is send money to Joveline.
I will do something also, guys, to earn Paul's money here while Paul is not here.
So, yeah, I don't know if you can hear Joveline, but what Joveline said is she will do something also to earn a little money while I'm not here in the Philippines, while I'm in England. But I know it's very, very hard for Joveline to earn a little money here in the Philippines, because I've been here 2 years, over 2 years now, third time in the Philippines, and I know for Joveline to earn money, very, very, very difficult, right? Here in Mercia, it's very difficult. So that one's on me. I have to send the money to support. And if I don't send the money, you know, she might have to go back to her mama's house, which is not really an option. So she'll be stuck. So it's down to me to send that money. So real life, that's it, guys. That's what she'll have to do. So yeah, things will actually work out. Thanks for the comment, but things will actually work out, because me and a lot of you guys, you know, that's what we do. We work things out, and you know, when we're at the bottom, you know, we have to find the motivation, and we just have to get motivated, and we just have to work back up that ladder. So, you know, we will work things out. But to be honest, that's really it. Hopefully I can send enough money for Joveline to have a room, or for Joveline to rent a cheap house. Now, how much is a cheap house? Well, it's not cheap here in the Philippines, that's for sure. So I suppose if you're paying $500 a month on an house in Leyte, or an house in Bacolod, or you know, wherever in the Philippines, you know, 4,000 pesos is quite cheap. But 4,000 pesos in English money, I've still got to find that money to send that money. So it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. To be honest, it will be difficult. So there's no two ways about it. It's going to be a little difficult. So I said, when I leave the Philippines, I'm going to have a little bit of money left over. I have to think, right, I need to at least rent a room for 2 months. So Joveline's got a room for 2 months, right? And then when I go back to England, it's down to me to work. Gives me 2 months. So it gives me 2 months to actually earn money, and then every month send here to the Philippines. So it's not very easy, to be honest. So that's where Joveline stands at the minute. And then the other option, like I said earlier on, but please make a comment, maybe Joveline can go abroad to work. But you know, we don't know if she can go abroad to work and she can actually earn money. You know, if she went for a year, she don't have to go for a year, she went for 6 months, you know, she's got some money to come back to the Philippines, and then she's got enough money to rent a place till I actually get back here to the Philippines. Right, so we'll work it out, you know, like I said, we'll work it out, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I just don't wait till I get to that bridge. You know, we've already thought about things. You know, we've already thought a year in front, 2 years in front. Right, we need to buy land. This is in a year or two's time. We need to buy land, and then we need to build a house. Where will we buy the land? We don't know, because it's in a year's time, 2 years. I have to go back to England, and I need to work for at least 1 year to 2 years before I actually come back here in the Philippines, unless my YouTube channel actually goes and I earn a good income off my YouTube channel. If I earn a good income off my YouTube channel, you know, or I'm working in England, then when I actually do come back to the Philippines, we have to think, right, we have to go and buy some land, you know, we have to go and buy an house, but probably buy some land and build an house. Where? No idea, no idea. But we will actually be thinking about this, but till I get to that bridge, I won't cross it. But we will actually, before I actually go back to England, you know, I'll actually search, and maybe if I wanted to go to Palawan to live, I might think, right, I like Palawan. This is for instance, I want an house in Palawan. So, but I probably won't move to Palawan, for instance. So then I have to think, right, how much money do I need to live in Palawan? So then, you know, you're in England 1 or 2 years. You're going to have to be in England 2 years to live in Palawan. So then you have to budget to the place where you're going to go and live, right? So I've thought about it. Thought about it 5-10 years ago, even before I came to the Philippines. Thought about this a long time ago. So, right, if it's very, very expensive in Palawan and you actually want to go and live in Palawan, you have to think, right, I need a 4-wheel drive and I buy a Rusco or a Suzuki multi-cab, 350,000 pesos. Right, I need 350,000 pesos. Before I come back to the Philippines, that's just to buy the Russi or the Suzuki multi-cab. Right, so to buy the vehicle, I need, I don't know, 350,000 pesos. Then to buy land, I might need, what, 300, 400, 5, at least 5 to 800,000. I'm going to need a million pesos to live in, you know, to live in Palawan. So you have to think, right, it's going to cost me a million pesos to live in Palawan. So then you think, can I do that in 2 years? And if you can't do that within 2 years, realistically you have to think, well, you know, Palawan's a little bit too expensive. So what I need to do is, you know, come down to 500, 600, 700,000 pesos, 600,000, 700,000 pesos, or 800,000 pesos. And, you know, that's to buy the land. So you buy a land and then you build a little baikubo on the land. And then, you know, you've got another year or two, or maybe another year, go back to England, and then you build an house. It's as simple as that. It's not very easy. It's not very easy. And what's the word? You have to, what they call the word? You have to sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices in life. Or I could go back to England, I could sit there in a chair and watch TV for the next, and then I could I'm gone. You know, but that's not really an option, is it? It's not much fun just sat there watching TV for 10 years. So, you know, I'm not actually relying on a pension, right? I don't really want a pension. I'd rather have a business, work at the business. Yeah, a pension's good, it would be a little pension. So forget the pension, but the little pension, big help here in the Philippines. And you can live on a little pension here in the Philippines. But I'm not thinking about a pension. I've never thought about a pension. So, you know, the way to go for me, to be honest, I actually think the best way for me to go back to England 1-2 years, keep sending the money, buy a piece of land, and I want a big piece of land, so 800,000 pesos. So we've got 800,000 pesos for a land, and this house where we are now, I actually like this house, right? I actually love this house, so I do like this house. And what I would actually do is I would have to actually work for another year, so we're on 2 years, and then we'd have to build an house because I don't have the budget. So we have to sacrifice, and it's as simple as that. Just gonna have to get that mindset, and the mindset is right. You're just gonna have to go back to England. You're just gonna have to work for 1 or 2 years, and then you're just gonna have to come back to the Philippines, and hopefully, Jovelyn's still here in a little rented room, or she's renting a house, very, very cheap house. But like I said, if you've got a little budget, a cheap house is a very expensive house, okay. If you actually rent a house here, if Jovelyn rents a house here, 4,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos a month, it's a lot of money, right? I have to find that money. And then Jovelyn has to rent an house. That is a lot of money I have to find. And then she has to buy food. So, yeah, what will Jovelyn do while I'm gone? So, yeah, there's quite to think about, guys. You sell your house, you've got your money for your house, and the money off this house, like I said, I actually love this house. I like this house. I like this area. This area. I love the volcano. I love the rice fields. I love to get on the bike. I like this place. I love this house. And when I leave this place, I'm sure I'll look round and think, wow. When I'm back in England, I'll probably think, wow, I'm back in England. Maybe I want to get back to the Philippines. So just make sacrifices. So simple as that, really. Bitter hardship. So, but listen, all you guys that actually are watching my YouTube channel and that actually do join my live stream, I've got quite a lot of haters and bashers now. Thumbs up, love you haters and bashers. But for all you other guys that are actually, you're on a pension now and you have a little budget, or you're already living here in the Philippines, whether you have a small pension, if you've got a small pension, you actually budget your money. You know what life's like here in the Philippines. You're married to a Filipina, or you have a Filipina girlfriend, you've got kids to the Filipina girlfriend. Life has its ups and downs, but you can have an happy life. If you have a little money here in the Philippines, you can have an happy life, or you can have a lot of money. And if you're not that type of person, you can have a bad life. It depends on you. It depends on you. So, a little money here in the Philippines, I'm sure you'll survive and you'll be okay. Right. So, but it's going to be quite a big problem. Thanks for the comment. Really good, interesting comment. Real life comment. True life. No silly comment. No, hey, you should have planned before you went to the Philippines. You should have done this before you went. I did. Okay, I did. I did that years and years before. Right, but on a little budget. And I'm still going to have a business when I come back to the Philippines. And I actually know what business I'm going to start as well. And because I'm an hard-working guy, I'm a very fit guy, and I'm still strong, right? So I'm still very strong, fit. you know, I can actually work here. So when I actually do come back to the Philippines, now if we have a business here, so long as you are paying tax, you know, you can actually work here. Whether you become a Filipino citizen or not, you can actually work here. But, you know, I don't really plan on working here, so to speak. What I actually really mean by I can work here is leave it to the Filipina. So you guys, whether you're a lady marrying a Filipina guy or whether you're mostly a guy marrying a Filipina girl, leave the business to the Filipina. But, you know, you have a big say and you need to budget that money, okay? You need to budget that money. And it's as simple as that, guys. So, right, Lee, I didn't get your comment, so I am actually sorry I didn't get your comment. Channel member Lee, didn't get your comment. And the comment you made, it could have been in brownout, so you could have made the comment. But, you know, live stream is actually, it's censored, it's monitored, and, you know, if there's a lot of haters out there sending bad messages, silly messages, YouTube actually goes through the live stream and they take the comments off, and then they'll actually block people sending a message. But you can always message me on Facebook Messenger. So that's it, guys. Where will Jovelyn go? And if any of you guys that are actually overseas workers, you know, is it OF, OSWs?
OFW.
OFWs, you know, overseas workers.
Domestic helper.
You know, well, overseas worker, you can work at anything. You can be farming, maid, anything. You know, please make a comment. Could Jovelyn maybe go abroad? Could she get a job in Dubai? Could she get a job, you know, here in the Philippines somewhere? And then she has actually got a little bit of money. Because you just never know what's going to happen, right? So Jovelyn's actually dependent on me to send that money. So like I said, I've got to go back. I have to go back to England, and I've got no job and I've got nowhere to live when I go back to England. So how will I send Jovelyn money? Well, it's like this, you know, like I've just said to you guys, you're either going to sit there, right, for the rest of your life, not doing anything, not having any money, being on unemployment, and being a lazy guy. It's as simple as this, guys. I have to actually work. You know, as soon as I get back to England, I need to be here, there, and I have to work at things. Now, one of the big problems is when I actually do it, go back to England, my job in England is, I'm a gardener, but I can do anything. I can do labouring, you know, so whatever. I can work in a factory. I don't like working in a factory, but you don't have any choice. So whatever the job is, I have to take the job. And then, see, in England as well, guys, you have to think like this, right? You go back to England, I've got a job, I have to send Jovelyn money every month, right, for her to live. So then it's quite a big money out of the money I'm actually paid in England. It's a lot of money to send here to the Philippines. Why? Right, I've got to rent a place, so I have to find a place to rent. So if I find a place to rent, it's going to be 7,000 pesos. So it's going to be at least 100 English pounds a week. So how are we going to get round? You know, we get paid 250 English pounds a week. We have to pay as tax, you know, and I've got 200 English pounds left. Right, I've got 200 English pounds left. I have to rent an house or a room, that's 100 English pounds. I've got 100 English pounds left, and every month I have to send Joveline. Wow, I have to send Joveline £60. So every month I have to send Joveline 60 English pounds. You know, it's a lot of money. So how will I manage to save money, right? In 1 year, how will I actually manage to save money, come back to the Philippines, you know, look for a piece of land to buy, go back to England, wait for another year or whatever, you know, and then come and build an house? Not so easy, unless I have a job that's highly paid. So it's not so easy. So, but we'll cross that bridge when I actually come to it, okay? So that's what I actually thought was a good idea, and that's what I said to Joveline. You know, it's either rent a room or Joveline finding a job abroad. So, any overseas workers, please give us some advice. You know, so simple as that, really. Right, rainy season's here, guys. But you're correct. I didn't. You know, like I said, we've got a private life, and you know, I will actually chat about so many things. You know, and I'll go so far into it, and then I'll draw a line. I'll draw a line, okay, and below that, above that line, right? That's my private life. Below it's YouTube. And then I'll draw a line, and then that's the private life. And it really depends how far I actually go into that private life. Right, so you know, we're here in the province. If some of you guys have only just started to join us on live stream, I'm actually from the UK, England. I am here in Murcia, Negros Occidental. So you know, who knows what's going to happen, you know. Will Joveline, well, let me just show you how I can actually plan ahead, right? Now, I've had a few bad comments, and the comments say, you never plan ahead, you never do this. So, to you mind readers, give me the lottery numbers. But to you mind readers, right, you know, maybe I'll go back to England, maybe Joveline. You know, I'll answer this, even though I think it's a little bit silly, but you know, I will answer it before I get the bad comment. Right, so what happens if Joveline finds another man? So Joveline's here in the Philippines, she finds another man. Well, then it's not meant to be. If Joveline is here in the Philippines, she finds another guy, and she goes off with another guy. Right, it's as simple as that, guys. She goes off with another guy, it's not meant to be, okay? So that's Joveline, she's gone, she's happy, she's with someone else. So what? So that means I move on, no problem. Real life, you know. So will it happen? Probably not, but you know, if it does, it does. Okay, I go back to England, I meet a girl, right? And then I move on. So I move on, Joveline moves on. This actually happens in life. This is actually true life. Right, so a lot of you guys that come here to the Philippines, we have a channel member. When a channel member comes on, hello Lee, good morning, good afternoon. When a channel member comes on, he's highlighted and he lights up. So you know, I can see Lee from the back of the room, and that's the beauty about becoming a channel member. So Lee's joining us, and hello Lee. Earlier on I actually said I didn't get your comments, but that could have been because we had brownout, and you could have sent the comments. Oh Lee, I've got quite a lot of haters and bashers, and they're making bad comments. And what YouTube actually does, you know, they watch the live stream and they take the comments off, or they start to block, so you cannot actually send comments. Surely, you know, that could have been why I didn't get your comments. So let's face it, like I said, stop, guys, do not tell lies. No, don't. If you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna come here to the Philippines, it's absolutely stupid, and you're a weak man or you're a weak woman. But there is a lot of liars out there, a lot of people that are lying, you know, and they're chatting to you Filipino girls, and they say, oh yeah, I'm going to be there next year. They never come, and they never will come to the Philippines, right? Oh, you know, there's a nice foreign guy, and he's sending the money to a Filipino. He gets scammed, and it's all the time. Or the Filipino gets scammed by the foreigner. So it's two-way. You know, you've got a nice Filipino girl, she meets a foreigner, the foreigner's a bad guy, and the Filipino girl gets scammed by the foreigner. It's not all foreigners, okay, you know, it's both. You've got nice Filipino girls, and you've got some great, really nice, go on Jovelyn, knock my phone off. I don't know why you sit there. So, you know, phone. So, nice Filipino, bad foreigner. Nice foreigner, really nice. Good foreign guy, right, or a foreign lady, you know, foreign guy, and bad Filipino. So it happens. And then, you know, they get together, they're together 5, 6 months, a year. And then you get the girl pregnant, she's got a baby, then you're back to your country, and she cops for the house. You know, so all this, planning, you know, I actually do not really plan. You know, I don't actually sit here and go, oh, I'm going to go to the Philippines, and oh, what's my plan? Well, I need a million pesos. Right, I've got my million pesos, and for next 6 months, I'm going to buy some rice, and I'm going to buy chicken, and then I've got my money, and every Saturday, I'm going to go to the bakery, and I'm going to buy a nice little bit of bread for a treat. I don't exactly plan life, you know, I plan it to a degree. I don't worry about life, you know. Yeah, but basically, obviously, there's quite a lot of crazy people out there, let's be honest. You know, I mean, I was chatting to a Filipino girl. Okay, no problem. Okay, Lee, how's the blue tits? So, you know, I forgot now what I was saying, but that's life. You know, I don't exactly plan it down to, oh, I'll go to a bakery tomorrow and I'll buy a bun. But let's face it, there's a lot of crazy people online, and I've met 1 or 2 crazy people here in the Philippines, and the crazy people I've actually met here in the Philippines are 1 or 2 foreigners who like to run the mouth, right? They talk, they don't walk the walk. And I've also met 1 or 2 really nice foreign guys, really nice guys, American guys, English guys. You know, I've met quite a few really nice guys here, and that's life. You know, so if you're a liar type of a guy, grow a pair of balls and stop lying. And if you're going to come to the Philippines, you know, a good idea is for you guys to come to the Philippines for 1 month. But, you know, you need to be really wise in that 1 month. That 1 month coming to the Philippines first time, guys, you have to be wise, because I'm telling you now, there's a thing called the honey trap, and you know, you're men of the world, you've been everywhere, you've done this and you've done that, till you hit the Philippines. You know, it's a different kettle of fish here. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of places in the world I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced it, but till I actually got here to the Philippines, you know, you meet some nice people and think, oh, really nice people, really, really nice people, and it turns out they're not so nice. So, you know, it turns out that you basically had it, and then it turns out you've really been scammed, and you really are, you really are now in a bad situation in the Philippines. Work it out. Right, so lies catch people out. Lee says lies catch people out. Right, listen to this one. You know, like I said, I've been no angel, right? But I am a very good guy, and I'm the type of guy that actually will die for you if you're a good person. So I will actually die for you. And the thing is, I would have actually died for quite a lot of scumbags in my country. You know, I had friends who I thought were real friends. I did a lot of things for them, for the friends. And, you know, over the years I found out the friends were actually not very good friends at all. But that's life, and we learn. And it's no different here in the Philippines. Don't think you're coming here to the Philippines and everyone here in the Philippines are great, because they're not.
Not all.
Not all people here in the Philippines are good people. There's a lot of really good people here in the Philippines, a lot of lovely people. There's a lot of lovely single girls here in the Philippines, some nice guys here in the Philippines, some really nice families here in the Philippines. No one's perfect, but there's a lot of good Filipino people here. And if you're a good foreigner, you know, and you manage to find a really nice, good Filipino, you'll have a good life here in the Philippines. If you're a foreigner and you come here and you end up with a family and it's not a good family, you have a bad Filipino girl, you've got a bad experience, go back to your country, and then it's up to you. Come back single and then do it differently the next time around. Do it differently the next time around. Find a nice girl, because there's a lot of nice girls here in the Philippines. And, you know, there is some crazy foreigners, there's no doubt about that. There is some crazy foreigners coming here to the Philippines, because I've chatted to some of the foreigners and I think, wow, this guy's crazy. You know, this guy is crazy. You know, some of the things one or two of the foreigners I've actually chatted to, I thought, wow, this guy's crazy. You know, if you're like Mr. Perfect, you know, if you're Mr. Perfect, you know, where did you actually come from? You know, because if you're Mr. Perfect, and Mr. Perfect's coming to the Philippines, and he's trying to find Mrs. Perfect, you know, well, you're not perfect for a start, Mr. Perfect. So how the hell, you know, can you find Mrs. Perfect? You know, it doesn't really exist. You can find a lovely Filipina girl or a lovely Filipina man, right? You know, he's not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. You know, so you can still gel and you can still have a nice life together. But no one's perfect. You know, I actually chatted to a girl. Let me have a look. Yeah, think people. Ack. Is that you okay? Right. So, if you're going to actually come here to the Philippines, but to be honest, Jolene's going to have an hard time on it, right? Because I have to go back to the UK. I've got problems. I've got visa problems. I've got one or two other problems which I'm not going to actually tell you about the problems till I'm ready to go. And the reason I won't tell you is because like I said, I've got quite a lot of good subscribers, and I've just got one or two fools. And you know, it's like a basket. So you have a basket of apples, and you've got 1,000 apples, and they're all good apples. And then you have one bad apple, and it's in the basket. A good apples, you know, it tries to. So simple as that. So I will actually tell you about some of the problems I've got here in the Philippines, but I'm going to actually wait till I'm ready to go. Simple as that, really. So yes, you know, I mean, like I said, it's not going to be very easy going back to England. But like I said, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. No, I have to leave the country anyway. If I'm here too long, I'm in big trouble. But like I said earlier on in another blog, I have faith in the Filipino people, good people. When I actually go to immigration, I have faith in the Filipino people, right? To actually help me. And same with the British consulate. You know, if the British consulate cannot help me, well, you know, that's just British consulate. But if the British consulate can help me, which that is their job here in the Philippines, right? That's their job to help a foreign national. So, you know, if it whatever the help is, little help, big help, we have to cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not worried about it. Does it bother me? No. You know, what's the use crying over spilt milk? You know, you cannot change what happened in the past. So I know I'm here on a little bit of an overstay. Have I got the money? No. So I need to sell the motorbike. We need to sell the house. Because I need to pay the immigration quite a lot of money. And the motorbike's going to be the plane fare. Hopefully, I have a little bit of money so Jovelyn can actually rent a room. Or she'll be in big trouble. Or maybe Jovelyn, it's quite possible she could get a job abroad, but I don't think she will. I think she'll actually stop here in Mercia, and it's up to me to send that support. And I won't lie to you, it's not easy.
I will look for a job here.
Jovelyn said she will look for a job here, but I know it's going to be very hard, okay? I know it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, at least I can help myself. A little bit of money.
So Jovelyn said maybe she can help herself, but I doubt it very much. So, real life here in the Philippines. You should have planned, you should have done this, you should have done that. Well, we didn't do it, did we? And this is where we are at this precise moment. So, you know, do we care? Not really. You know, when I get up tomorrow morning, you know, I look at the volcano, hopefully I can sleep. I didn't sleep last night because it was very hot. Like I said, I actually do like this house, I love this house. When I leave, maybe I'll look back and I'll think, well, you know, will I feel disappointed? Maybe I'll actually be a little bit disappointed. But like I said, I've been in hardship before, and I've been in place before, and it's about time I actually stopped. You know, I did actually plan coming to the Philippines and making a go of it, having a business, making a go of it, and being financially secure, even if it's a tiny bit of money. That is financially secure for me. Tiny bit of money just to buy your basic needs, food, feed the dogs, put petrol in the bike, maybe save a little, travel around the Philippines. You know, just basic needs. That was the plan, to do that. you know, I didn't need the big money. So it's really, to be honest, about time, right? I got back to England, earned some proper money, come back here to the Philippines with the money and buy land, build a house. 2 years time I can do that. But here's the thing. My YouTube channel now is going up and up and up. Okay, it's going up a little. Somewhere along the line it'll go up and it'll stop, up. And the only way is up, okay. And hopefully, well, there's no hopefully, I'm 100% sure I'll earn an income off YouTube. It will be enough for basic needs, or it'll be actually more than enough for basic needs, which means I can actually make better videos and I can actually travel around the Philippines, around the world. And so that's with Joveline. So while we're on the subject of Joveline, could Joveline work in the UK? Well, actually, there is quite a lot of Filipino people. As far as I know, I don't know anyone, I don't know any Filipino people, ladies, guys, what are actually working in London. But I know for sure there's quite a lot of Filipino working in London, working in England, or actually married to an English guy, and they've actually moved there and they actually do work. But I don't really know any personally. So yes, Joveline could actually work in England. But, you know, I know a guy, and it's next door to my mum's house, which my mum, my dad, papa, mama, they've passed away. So my mum's house, my dad's house, you know, there's a guy that lives there, and we actually married a black lady, and I think she's from Windward Islands, she's from Africa somewhere. Africa's that big, I don't know, big continent, so I don't know where in Africa, but he married a lady in Africa, and it cost him £10,000, so many million pesos. It cost him so many million pesos to actually go to Africa, marry the girl, then he came back to England, and it cost him a lot of money to fetch the wife back to England. Then they actually fetched the little daughter back to England, and the wife actually does work down Wombwell, frozen food place in Wombwell, right? So as far as I know, that was 3 years back. Whether they're still living in England or not, I don't know. So for me to take Joveline to England, it would cost couple of million pesos, unless Joveline actually, where do you go here to get a job? What's it called? So for she don't know. So for Joveline to actually get a job in England, she have to go to a place here and agency. She have to go to an agency here, and she has to go with an agency and look for a job in England. Right, so if Joveline can get a job with an agency in London, then she's going to drop in London. I'm in Yorkshire, so I'm what? I'm a long way away. I'm what? 300 kilometres away. So that means Joveline would be working in England. But and for me to support Joveline in England, I don't have the money and I don't have the means to do it. So it cost me a lot of money to bring Joveline into England, and I ain't got that type of budget. And if Joveline got a job in England, you know, I won't be able to see Joveline anyway, because she'd be working somewhere in London, and that'd be basically it. It'd just be online. So yeah, I think it'd be too expensive. But if Jovelyn got a job in London, if she managed to get a job in London with an agency, you've got weekend. Now, for me to come to London at weekend and you're working, you could possibly do it, but wow, it's a big trip. So it's a big trip. So if Jovelyn could actually get a job anywhere in the world, so to speak, and it's more like Hong Kong, Dubai, Doha, Qatar, somewhere around that area, Asia, Thailand, if she could actually get a job, it'd be a big help for Jovelyn, because then she would have her own money. But, Lee, it's very hard for a Filipina to actually get a job abroad. And for a Filipina girl to actually get a job abroad, she needs a passport. Jovelyn hasn't got a passport. So for Jovelyn to get a job abroad, she needs a passport. Then she needs 100,000 pesos. She has to have all the paperwork ready. And there's an age limit. There's an age limit here in the Philippines, so the discrimination here in the Philippines is not very good. So she has to have a passport, 100,000 pesos, and then where would she get 100,000 pesos? So it would cost Jovelyn about 1,200 English pounds to actually go and work in another country, unless she could get a job in Hong Kong, and the cost still would be at least 800,000 pesos, 89,000 pesos. It's still big money. So for Jovelyn to go and work abroad, guys, it's big money for Jovelyn to do that. And I asked a girl the other day, I was chatting to a girl online, and she worked abroad. Where did she say she worked? I think she said she worked in Dubai. Let me think. She worked in Dubai and she was coming home very, very soon. I think it were on Facebook. And she was coming home very, very soon. And I thought, I'll ask this girl if there's any jobs for Jovelyn. And I said to the girl, oh, is it easy? Oh, she were in Doha. She were actually in Doha, Qatar. She says, I'm in Qatar. I says, you're in Doha, Qatar? She says, yeah. Yes, and I'm coming home soon. And what I said to the girl was, lady girl, I said to the girl, is it easy to get a job there? She said, no, it's not very easy, sir. The problem is paperwork. So the lady's actually coming back here to the Philippines, right? She's coming back for 1 month. She's been working in Doha, Qatar for 2 years. She's coming back here to the Philippines, right? She's stopping here in the Philippines, 1 month rest, and then she's going back to Doha, Qatar for another 2 years. And she said, no sir, it's not easy, your paperwork's very hard, because you have to have the money for the paperwork. So I said to her, well, you've been in Qatar for 2 years. Are you going to start a business here in the Philippines? She says, I don't have any money. So then I thought, she don't have any money. She's been working in Doha for 2 years, but she doesn't have any money. So I thought, well, what's she working in Doha? Why is she working and she's got no money? So I said, what do you do with your money? Because I was very interested, right? She's working in Doha, 2 years, she's got no money. And then a month's time, she's got to go back to Doha, Qatar, to work for another 2 years. And what she does is she sends all her money here to the Philippines, and I think she's got sons and daughters, and that pays for their keep, and it pays to send them to school. And I says, do you have a house here in the Philippines? No sir, we have to rent. Or she lives with, or her kids live with her mama and they have to rent an house. So the mama rents an house and the daughter is working abroad and she's sending the money. And the money is to feed the kids, and the money is actually for basic needs, schooling. So that's life. So she's just working all her life, because it's not, I don't know how long she's been working abroad, many years. She's probably been working many years abroad, and she don't have any money, because she's just sending to the family, and the family spend the money. They buy the food, they pay for the school. So the girl, the lady who's working in Doha, Qatar, she never has any money. So now you can actually see how difficult it is. But if Jovelyn got a job abroad, she would have her own money. But she can't really work abroad, and the reason she can't really go abroad is we do not have the budget for the paperwork. We don't have the money for the passport. We don't have the money for the paperwork. So, it's very difficult. And imagine this, right, if Jovelyn had the money to go and work abroad, she would actually have to pay the money. She'd have to pay the money back. Let me see how long I've money. Right, she'd have to pay the money back, so she'd have to work for months and months and months, pay the money back to whoever lent her the money, and she doesn't have family what can send that money. But maybe say in 6 months' time, if she contacted me in 6 months' time and she said to me, I need 1,000 English pounds to go and work abroad, and then we'd have to work it out. We'd have to work, right, she needs 1,000 English pounds to go and work abroad. So we think about this, she needs 1,000 English. See, we're planning now, guys. We are planning now. To the future. She needs 100,000 English. 1,000 English pounds. So I send 1,000 English pounds to Jovelyn. I don't know, 100,000 pesos. I send Jovelyn 100,000 pesos. In 6 months' time, when I'm back in England, then we have to work out how much is the pay, the job that Jovelyn has, how much is the pay. So she has to earn 100,000 pesos, right? And then that's to pay for the trip, for the work, right? And then she has to earn money to save. So you have to work it out. What's the cost? So if it takes Jovelyn, I don't know, what would it take? I don't know the pay abroad. So if it takes Jovelyn 6 months to actually, she doesn't have to pay me the money back, but she does have to pay the money back, so to speak. So she pays the 100,000. You have to, no matter what, if you understand. How long does she have to work before she earns 100,000 pesos? Well, if it takes 6 months, then she needs another 6 months, and she's only got 100,000 pesos. That means she has to work 2 years in Doha, Qatar. So then she's working, Jovelyn's working in abroad for 2 years. Do you actually think me and Jovelyn will still be together? Probably not. But like I said, you don't know, because the question the guy made, great question, what will happen to Jovelyn? Well, if Jovelyn's working abroad for 2 years and I'm working in my country for 2 years, it might end up where I'm working 2 years, and it might end up where Jovelyn's working 3 years, and after my 2 years work, Jovelyn's got another year to work. So that's 3 years. It's at least 2 or 3 years. Who knows? Who knows? That is life. And, you know, actually a lot of Filipino girls, let's look at this realistically, real life. A lot of Filipino girls go abroad, working, they meet a guy, right, they meet a guy, and it's true, it's a true fact. Now, I am not saying all the girls that go working abroad, right, meet a guy, and, you know, what happens, happens. You know, I'm sure you've got a lot of Filipino girls that go abroad, and they're married, and they're happily married, and they don't have an affair, right? But believe me, a lot do, right? But I'm just trying to explain life as it is. So I'm, you know, 2 years' time, who knows what's going to happen in 2 years' time. Like the guy said in the beginning, you know, what will happen to Jovelyn? Well, we don't know, do we? Jovelyn might fly away, Paul might fly away, or we might still be together, and I might still come back to the Philippines in 2 years' time, and, you know, buy a piece of land, build a house. Let's not talk a lot, let's tell the truth, you know, true fact, you know, just true facts. You know, as a YouTuber, you know, let's be honest, as a YouTuber, yeah, Lee understands, and I'm sure a lot of you guys understand as well, you know, true life. But actually, as a YouTuber, guys, my plan was actually to come here to the Philippines, right? Long time ago, before I did YouTube. So as a YouTuber, my plan was to go to Thailand. I discovered the Philippines. I still will go to Thailand sooner or later. But as a YouTuber, I wanted to come here to the Philippines. And I wanted to travel all the way around the Philippines, doing videos, doing blogs. That will still happen sooner or later. Next year, 2 years, whatever, 3 years' time, it will happen. So that's the plan. Now, a lot of people might say to Jovelyn, oh, you don't have any kids, you don't have any babies, why don't you have kids? Well, if me and Jovelyn have kids, right, so there's me and Jovelyn, so that leaves me, you know, so now we cannot travel the Philippines, we can't go to Thailand, we can't go wherever we want. So having kids, you know, you have to think about this, what do you want in life? You know, if you're 20 years old, right, if you're 20 years old, you can have kids, you know, you can have 2, 3 kids, but when you actually get to your 40s, it depends what you want in life. But as it is now, my plan is still the same plan. I want to travel the Philippines on a motorbike, on a ship, on a tricycle, on a mountain bike. That's the plan, and I want to blog it. You know, that's the plan, and the plan hasn't changed. So if I went back to England, I'd still be blogging. But what I will do is I'll blog England. You know, so I won't stop in. I'm from a place called South Yorkshire, England. So I will actually blog. I will blog down into London. I will actually blog into Scotland, Wales. You know, I will actually blog England. You know, make videos in England. And that's what I want to still do here. And if I've got 20 years, 20, 30 years still left here on this planet, that's the plan, to blog, you know. have a nice lifestyle, whether it's here in the Philippines, build a house, have a nice bit of land, have a good lifestyle, travel a little. The lifestyle, to have a nice lifestyle. And when I go back to England, I won't just blog England. Like Lee said, Lee made a comment, it's cheap to fly to Spain. So from England, I'll fly to Spain, 1 week, 2 weeks in Spain, and I'll do a vlog in Spain. And then I can go back to England, work, go back to Spain, big place Spain, many islands, and just carry on blogging. So that's the plan, guys. Carry on blogging. My plan is not to sit here like this, watching TV. It's just not the plan, it's not what I want to do, right? Maybe in 10, 15 years, I'll slow down, right? Depends, just depends, So, to be honest, that's it. But that's what Lee said, well, it's quite cheap. It's quite cheap to actually fly to Spain. And I thought, yeah, that's really good. So I could actually do what Lee said, I could actually fly to Spain and I could actually get a job in Spain. Send the support to Jovelin. Okay, well, if push comes to shove and we separate, I'll probably still send support because that's the type of person I am. So, that's it. What do I've actually wondered about that, Lee. I had some comments actually. If you read Lee's comments, guys, my #1 channel member, Lee, if you read Lee's comments, what do your Filipino viewers like to see in the UK? Right, I know you Filipinos like London, but there's lots of cities, guys, you'd love to see in England. A lot of you Filipinos, you'd love to see, say if me and Lee went to a place in the Yorkshire Dales, I know you'd love to see that. And interestingly, I got some comments, and I deleted the comments actually, and one of the comments was, when you go back to England, you will actually lose all your subscribers. And to that comment is, well, actually, if I go back to England and I actually did lose a lot of my Filipino subscribers, which I probably don't think I would lose you subscribers. I actually still think if I'm not here in the Philippines, I will still have you Filipino subscribers, right? But if I actually do lose quite a lot of Filipino subscribers, or I lose a lot of my subscribers from around the world because they're only interested in the Philippines, I am actually sure when I actually go back to England, the subscribers I lose, I will actually gain big style. So, leaving the Philippines, I actually don't think I'll lose all my subscribers. I actually think my subscribers will actually keep going up and up and up. Right, so that's what I honestly think. Very hard to get subscribers, very hard to get people to subscribe. So if some of you guys are actually watching my channel, you're not subscribed, please go and subscribe. Big help to me, guys. But please make a comment if you're a Filipino lady, gentleman, whether you make a comment on YouTube or go to my Paul Reg Bruce, go to my Facebook Messenger, message me on Facebook, what would you like to see in England? So when I'm actually ready to go back to England, you know, you can actually tell me what you like to see in England, and it's interesting for Lee to know as well, right? Because when I actually do go back to England, I will actually be meeting quite a few of my subscribers back there in England.
Filipino loves to see Burnham Palace.
So I actually know a lot of you Filipinos would love to see, you would actually love to see London and Buckingham Palace. I know you would actually like to see London and Buckingham Palace. Before I actually came to the Philippines, me and Lee, right, who you can see the channel member, me and Lee chatted about a lot of things, and you know, I actually thought a long time ago, maybe I'll go down into London and I'll start to blog in London. And I actually think that's a really good idea for me to actually go into London, going to the royal family a little bit, and you know, show a lot of you guys around London. And you know me, I can walk for miles and miles, and my videos are totally different. There is no one on YouTube, right? I can assure you there is no one on YouTube doing the same videos as what I'm doing here in the Philippines, right? And in England, there is no one doing YouTube in England like I'm doing YouTube in England. I'm doing it totally different to what a lot of guys in England are doing it, right? I'm actually out there in the countryside, I'm walking around, you know, it's totally different to what other people are doing, right? So when I actually did, if I did actually start to blog London, when I actually get back to England, or I got a job in London, you know, I would actually blog London, and I know the Filipino people would actually like that. But you Filipino guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, make a comment. What would you guys like to see in England? So if I do a video in England, what would you like to see? Would you like to see the city, Sheffield? Would you like to see Scotland, Liverpool? You know, would you like to see the town of Barnsley, the village of Wentworth? You know, go back guys, 2 years, 3 years, go back into my videos, watch some of the videos, tell me what you would actually like to see, and you know, I'll do a video, or I'll start to do the videos when I get back to England. So, very good question, like Lee said. Yeah, and that's something else, guys, you know, I'm getting 1 or 2 comments, right, now, so that's what I'm actually getting, 1 or 2 comments. So, guys, tell me where you're from. Okay, right, I'm from UK, England. Lee, UK, England. My channel member, UK, England. As far as I know, I've got 2 channel members. Maybe I've just got 1 now. Please become a channel member. You'll get to see the channel members only videos, which I need to start to make very soon. At least 1 or 2 a week. Right, so guys, let me know what part of the world you're from, right? And please start to make a comment, you know, make a comment, just make a good comment, you know. Hi, I'm from India, you know, when you go back to England, I'd like to see a place called Barnsley or Sheffield or London. I'd like to see Buckingham Palace, you know, I have a restaurant there, you know, my friend from India, my friend from USA, my friend from Canada works in London, you know, my friend from Africa actually lives in Leeds or lives in Sheffield. So, you have a daughter or a son from Africa that actually lives near to me. Please make a comment. But keep, your life, don't go too far into your private life on YouTube, because you have the haters and the bashers. So, it would be really interesting now, guys, for you to start to make comments on my live stream. Please start to make comments. Hi, good morning, hello. I'm from India, I'm from the USA, I'm from England, I'm from Canada. I have a son, a daughter, or I used to work in a place called Barnsley. Please start to make the comments. It would be really interesting if we could actually get some of you guys now, instead of waiting till I've got a lot more subscribers. Please make a comment, guys. It would, I'll answer the comments. Yeah, and actually Lee, the channel member, my channel member, right, when we're in England, we're out and about, we go to some really nice places. Lee flies drones. I'd love a drone. I would love a drone. Absolutely spectacular footage. So when I actually go back to England, I'm actually gonna get Lee to do some footage on his drone, and I'll put the footage onto YouTube, and it'll be Lee what's doing the drone footage. But I'd love a drone, and we do go to some very interesting places, some very nice places in England. So guys, wherever you are in England, wherever you are in the world, make a comment. But I've lost it. I'm gonna just make a comment. I can't think the comment I'm gonna make. It was actually about you guys, So like I said, guys, wherever you are in the world, let me know where you are in the world. Let me know actually, if you're here in the Philippines, let me know you're in the Philippines. Are you here in the Philippines? Are you in Bacolod City? Are you in Leyte? Are you in wherever you are. Now, I had some visitors. I had 2 lady visitors earlier. Nice to meet you. They're probably not watching my live stream, but I had actually 2 visitors earlier on, and I'll not tell you why we had the visitors. Let's just say they were friends that nipped in to see us. So I hope you had safe travel there, guys. So let us know where you are. Tell us where you are in the Philippines. What's going off. Have you got a YouTube channel? If you want to shout out, become a channel member. So I'm running into an hour and a half on my live stream. I get another few minutes. I run over the 30 minutes. So it would be interesting for you guys to start making a comment. And like I said, life's life. Whether you're here in the Philippines, whether you're in America, whether you're in England, wherever you are in the world, Canada, wherever you are in the world, the Philippines is not much different. The people here in the Philippines are not much different to you guys in Canada, to you guys in England, right? To you guys in the USA. They're quite similar the world around. Different beliefs. What is different here? Well, what is actually different here, guys, is the willingness to do so. Right, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Oh, it don't cost no money at all. You just have that mentality, depending where you are, for that to happen. right, for band. But that's in certain parts of the Philippines, and the Philippines is quite a safe place. Right, so the Philippines is quite a safe place. Are we safe here? We've got the doors open, we've got the windows open. We're actually very safe here in the countryside, in the province. Yeah, we're very safe here in the countryside, in the province. Now, when you're going to the cities in the Philippines, are you safe? No, you're not safe at night, right? You are not safe in most of the cities in the Philippines at night, right? No, you're not safe, right? But England, let's look at England, right? You go to a town in England at night, you go to a city in England at night. Are you safe in a city in England at night? Are you safe in a town in England at night? My opinion would be no, but you know, it's an hard line. More or less you're safe, depending where you are in that town. You know, because what happens in England, guys, you've got a lot of people that drink, then you know, they inject, and got this big, stupid, you know, they're on God knows what. So, you know, England can actually be a similar place, not a very safe place at night. Now, depending where you live, there is lots and lots of places in England that's very safe. Okay, it's very, very safe. Lots of great people. But the difference with England and the difference with the Philippines, you know, you have an argument, you have a jealous boyfriend in England, you know, you have a jealous boyfriend in England, and his girlfriend have a new boyfriend. It will come to a fight, right? Come to a fight. It's very rare it comes to that. Here in the Philippines, and his girlfriend's gone off with another guy, and the jealous boyfriend, the difference, in my opinion, is bump, and they don't really care. That's the difference. The willingness to just to end you. That's the difference. But having said that, the Philippines is safe. It's a safe place here in Mercia, okay guys? So here in Mercia is quite a safe place. England's quite a safe place. But the difference is, in England it comes to a fight most of the time. Here, you know, so what, bang. And it's as simple as that. It's got a little bit of a different mentality. And that's just the way things are. But, you know, it's quite safe here in the Philippines. A lot of nice people here. Right, so start to please make a comment. It would be nice. You know, I can actually do a question and answer topic. You know, next time we do a blog, I can actually do a question and answer topic. But if I do a question and answer topic, none of you guys are actually, you know, asking me questions. Like the great question I got at the beginning, what will happen to Jovelyn when I fly? It's going to be very, very hard, to be honest. You know, let's tell the truth. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard. You know, and it's as simple as that, guys. Very hard for me, and it's very hard for Jovelyn. Hopefully I've got a bit of money left over, and she can go to a room or an house, and it's as simple as that. Comments, Lee. Oh, what's that one? Yeah, thanks for the great comments, Lee. And the guy that made the comments at the beginning, I won't mention your name. I will only mention your name if you actually become a channel member. And the comment was, what do you feel about having to leave your girlfriend? You have never mentioned it. So the first comment here was, what do you think about having to leave your girlfriend here in the Philippines? Because you never mentioned it. Good comment. So, back to that comment before I leave, very, very hard. Hopefully my YouTube channel starts to go up and I get some support and I start to get paid off YouTube. And then, I can actually help support Joveline. But like I said, let's tell the truth. Let's not. Real life, very hard to be honest, because like you said, I've never chatted about it. And that's why you need to make the comments. If you make the comments, don't forget guys, please become a channel member. If you become a channel member, you will get priority. So you will actually get priority. You'll get to see channel members only videos. The videos, all my videos will still be free to watch. And there's no difference. All my subscribers, all my YouTube subscribers and public, you can actually come onto my live stream, watch the live stream. There's no charge. It's up to you if you actually send me a bit of support. And if you do send some support, that's very welcome. And it's a very big help. Thank you very much. God bless. But it's free. Now, the difference is becoming a channel member. You get to see channel members only videos. You get your name lit up and you'll get little perks. So it's really nice that you do become channel members because it actually helps support me. And I can see who you serious guys are. So that is one of the helps as well. I can see who the serious guys are. Even though I know I have channel members out there. I know I have subscribers out there. Some great guys that are just subscribed to the channel and make comments. I do appreciate you guys. But that's the difference, guys. To become a channel member, your name's lit up and you get to see channel members only videos. So I hope that I've made that clear. So please become a channel member. It does help support me, right? Because after becoming a channel member, it's not very expensive and I get a little bit of that money which pays the rent, buys the food, puts petrol in the bike. We still need to do that. So thanks for the support. It's nice that you can join us and it's nice Lee's joining us and it's really nice for the comments and the comment about Joveline. Now guys, you can actually go to Joveline's YouTube channel and you can actually subscribe to Joveline's channel and you can actually help support Joveline. Because believe me, like I said, let's be honest, when I go back to England, will I actually support Joveline, or will I not support her? And Joveline needs support, right? She's got no one here to help her. No one will help Joveline, believe me, right? They won't help Joveline. So will I help support her? Yes, I'll help support her, but believe me, the support I will send Joveline, it will be a little support, and hopefully I can actually support every month and manage to send Joveline the rent for her to rent a room. Because if she doesn't get the rent for the room, life's not going to be actually good. So you can actually go to Joveline's channel and you can subscribe and you can chat to Joveline on there. Now, Joveline's no fool. Joveline actually, she's not as wise as me, okay? She's not streetwise, she's not as wise as me, she hasn't been in the places I've been. But you know, if you're actually going to go and chat to Joveline, you know, please chat in a good way, because if you don't chat in a good way, she probably won't chat to you, you know. So if you do chat to Joveline, that's fine, and it's up to you, you know. She'll actually answer your questions, and she'll actually chat to you. So you can actually go and, you know, go and help support Joveline. It's entirely up to you, and that's to you, my subscribers. It would be nice if you could actually help Joveline up to 1,000 subscribers and above. So Lee, have a great day, take care, God bless guys. Like I said, it's rainy season here, and now our bitter fruit, what are that big? Because we've got the rain. Now they're that big, and they're growing very, very fast. And now the rainy season's here. We're actually loving the rainy season. And then we've got the issues. You know, we have to sell the motorbike. We have to sell a few things. And life's life. Just go back to England. And then I have to start all over again. And the truth of the matter is, it's going to be hard. But that's just life, just life. So bye, take care, thanks for the great comments. How long have we been on live streams? We've not done a bad live stream actually. You know, I could actually if you guys were sending me some answers, question and answers, you know, I could sit here for 3 or 4 hours. Well, I can sit here for at least 2.5 before we lose the connection, because we are actually on Peso Wi-Fi. And like I said, if you guys can help support, please help support. You can either help support me, or you can either help support Joveline. So take care, God bless. Beautiful rain, stormy weather. And like I said guys, you can actually send me a message, and you can actually send me a message what you would like, the topic you would actually like me to chat about, and I'll actually probably go into that. What? Right, I've got to shout Joveline's channel out. I've already just done it one time. So Jov's Vlogs, Jov's Vlogs, Filipina Life. So please subscribe, please like, please subscribe, please share the videos, please make a comment, please become a channel member. You've got it, thumbs up. Take care, God bless, safe travel home. I hope everyone's fine and doing well. Hopefully tomorrow night we will do another vlog. Take care, God bless.